Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain back for some more Dungeons and Dragons Online. Alright, so for this quest here, it brings us into the 12, which you can access through the market, Lord's March Plaza, or the airship, which is right next to the airship access. And the quest giver is Smiley Smithy. And yeah, it's a free-to-play standalone quest, so it's not part of any chain. Once you pick up the quest, all we got to do is access the cart here, and we can head on right on in. All right. So as you can see, the XP for this one isn't like amazing, but it's also not too terrible either at the same standpoint. So this one here, we do have a whole bunch of kobolds. Basically, we're going through a couple of kobold villages. We got a whole bunch of them. Alright, so after you take out the first little group here, I know it says onslaught after the first, but this is one of those quests where it drops it periodically throughout the quest. There's also a few breakables in here as well. And then you're going to want to continue on to the, what is that, east? Working our way through the path here. And it's just a whole mess of kobolds all over the place, and it's pretty straightforward. They like to kind of gather up, kind of in groups like this, almost like various small villages. You'll also see you'll have these red crystals. Now we can't actually shoot that one just yet. But in a minute, once we actually get over there, we'll definitely be able to do that. One other thing to notice here is throughout the quest, you are going to see these kind of piles of brambles. You do want to avoid them as best as possible, as stepping in them will actually cause little bits of damage as well as give you a reflex saving throw. Alright. So now that we're at this part here, what we can actually do is target the crystal and attack the crystal. Now when it dies, as you see, it drops the barrier. It also stuns whatever kobold is underneath it. Now that was a stable one. This one over here is unstable. Now the trick to this is if you actually are able to range it, break it, as again you can see you stun them. And we have another one up there. That one launches them. It's kind of fun. I definitely really enjoy launching them whenever possible. So the next bit here, just gonna want to break down our walls and head in. Again, another crystal. Kind of get some free damage on them. Alright. So once we're done clearing this section here, we actually do have a split where we can either continue heading east or we can head a little bit northeast. Alright. So we are going to start with heading east, as that is actually an optional objective. So for east, kind of southeast there, you head through the little barricade, and you want to continue this path here. Now again, it will put you in a small little village. Of course, once we actually go down the path. Alright, so this section here again, this is where we have our small little village, as well as a good majority of the breakables. Now, I do want to point out, as you'll see, we do have a couple of casters up there by the crystal. Unfortunately, we're not actually able to hit them. However, they can hit us. Now, there are tricks around this. And the main trick is to use some sort of blast type damage. Something like a fireball or anything like that. It can penetrate the little barrier. And still, ooh, it is actually letting us hit them now. That is actually new. Does that mean we can hit the crystal? No, it does not. So yeah, the crystal is still behind the barricade. So in order to get the crystal, you do still need that blast damage. Once you break it there, it does drop the barrier, allowing you to actually get in and talk to Dale, who is the optional for the rescue the prisoner. Ooh, nice little room chest. As well, we also have 2 chests in here with some free loot here for you guys. Alright, again, make sure you grab those breakables if you are going for that full bonus. Definitely is worth it in my opinion, especially in this one. Just to get as much out of it as you can, especially considering, like again, free to play quest. And generally at this level, you're starting to run out of free to play content, making it harder to level without, you know, purchasing any packs or anything like that. So, first run through, I highly recommend, if you are free to play, to get as much out of it as you can. Alright. So, moving a little bit deeper in, so now we're at the shrines. What we can do here is actually start heading to the northeastern passage. And again, just more long hauls, and it's going to lead up to another barrier. Now, with this barrier, the way to get is actually on the other side. So we're not able to shoot through to hit the crystal. However, if you have range damage, you can shoot the barricade there, and then shoot and break the crystal. Though doing so, as you can see, there is a large amount of enemies on the other side. So just watch yourself. Alright, and another M chest. Okay. So again, a few more breakables. At the top here, we do have a chest. So we got our chest right here. Sorry about that. And you also have a pile of gold, which, if you're wanting, you know, obviously more than welcome to grab that there. At this point, we're actually almost done with the quest here. Just having a few more enemies to kill. And working our way to this barricade right here. So at this point, this is your last save zone, or safe zone, before the end fight here. So you need to break both the crystals in the north and south, and that'll basically free the control of the dragon from the kobolds. And he's gonna kind of back up there, waiting for you to come in. Now, when you do enter, it's gonna be a fight right away. I highly recommend taking out the trash before focusing on the dragon itself. You'll also note in the back right corner, we do have an unstable power crystal. Now if we get the dragon underneath it and shoot it, it will stun and cause a decent amount of damage to the dragon. Obviously make sure you're not getting hit with that as well, as, you know, it'll also damage and stun you there. Okay. Get some buffs going here. Alright. There he's kind of doing his little speech. And here we go. So as you see, I did shoot the crystal. I didn't actually mean to do that. But that's just the way things go sometimes. Alright, so as you see, the dragon does have a fairly large hit point pool, being 19,000. It also does a fair ton amount of damage as well. Just watch out for that breath attack, as it can be quite lethal. And again, they are black dragons, so that would be acid resistance if you have access to it. Alright, there we go. Now, once you complete, what you can do is make your way to the back here, and there, as you see, there are a couple of chests that are accessible. However, there are also 3 additional ones that are actually still locked behind barriers. Now, the reason for that is that was just a baby dragon. And in comes Mom from up top here. So, if you do decide to deal with Mom, I definitely recommend starting from the other side. It does give you a little bit of extra time to, you know, deal with her. I dropped down a turret to try and get that immediate aggro. But here we go. And then once this dragon dies, it'll remove the barrier on the other 3 chests, and one of those chests can actually have black dragon scales, which will allow you to create some black dragon armor there. And then as you can see, this dragon, unlike the baby dragon, has considerably a larger hit point pool. We're sitting at 90,000 opposed to just 19. And again, it will spawn in some trash, which again, I do recommend killing trash first. Before finally tackling the big bad boss there. And yeah, this quest is pretty straightforward. Just a boss with a very large hit point pool. I really do quite enjoy the Endless Fusillade. It really does help to whittle bosses like this down. As you see, we're down to 12,000 hit points. And that comboed with the Reaper Strike really just adds up there. Although it'd be nice if they stopped knocking us down. Alright, so there you are. As you see, we get an additional, you know, okay amount of XP, but I mean, ultimately, for killing a dragon, should get a little bit more. Ooh, hey, they're Black Dragon skill. Nice. And then our last one here. So after that, there's not much left to do other than to recall out and turn in our quest. Alright, well, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one all.